Good evening, I'm John Carter and welcome to Poland Daily Business. Marek Gróbarczyk, the Minister of Maritime Economy, has announced that he's started the tendering process for the construction of a canal through the Vistula Spit. The canal will allow ships to enter the port in the city of Elbląg without having to sail through Russian waters. The current situation makes it possible for Russia to revoke access to the port in Elbląg at will. The construction of the canal will cost 880 million zloty, or $230 million, and the project will be finished in 2022. Krzysztof Tchórzewski, the Polish Minister of Energy, has announced that the new power plant, Elektrownia Ostrołęka, currently under construction, will be the last coal-fired power plant to be built in Poland. The minister has stated that the nuclear energy will be the way forward. According to Tchórzewski, Poland will have to build a couple of reactors within the next few decades. Warsaw has decided the oldest coal-fired power plants will be shut down from 2021, as EU regulations will make modernisation of the old power block economically unviable. The Polish Investment and Trade Agency has announced that €1.8 billion was invested in Poland in last year. The agency, which is responsible for assisting foreign companies in making investments in Poland, highlighted that the figure was in fact slightly lower than in 2017. Investors were primarily from the US and Germany, and the agency estimated that 17,300 jobs were created from 2018's investments, 40% of which were from American firms. Thank you very much for joining me here this evening at Poland Daily Business. I'm John Carter. Now it's over to Alexander Wiadomości.
You are watching Poland Daily Business. Our guest tonight, Paweł Brzeziński of Polish Investment and Trade Agency. Sir, welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, the Polish Investment and Trade Agency was taken over by Tomasz Pisula 2.5 years ago, and he inherited the organization that was very inactive, basically a place of retirement for former agents of secret services who didn't know the language and have no idea how to serve Polish businesses. Right now, it's a different picture.
Absolutely. I think that well, personally, I know many of the people who work at our foreign trade offices around the world, and I have to say that there's so many new young people who are also very talented and who know their markets. I know that some of these foreign trade office heads, they've been living in their countries for 10, 15, even 20 years. They're practically native speakers. Not only that, they've been working there. They know exactly how the business environment is there. There's been a very major push to develop our network, our infrastructure of foreign trade offices. Right now, we have over 35 of them around the world. And the plans are to have within the next year or two over 75 such foreign trade offices. So there's a major expansion and a major push. Within the United States, we currently have operational 3 foreign trade offices in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. We're currently building and creating, so by hopefully within the end of the year, we'll have trade offices in New York City and in Houston, as well as Chicago very soon as well. So as you can tell, we're building this huge infrastructure, and it's becoming very effective, I have to say.
So what are you actually doing? Do you look for the products and services here in Poland in order to sell them in the United States, or just wait for the companies to come and say, well, help us?
Well, it's a little bit of both. So simultaneously, we do outreach to companies here in Poland. So me, my team and I, we go around throughout not just Warsaw, but other major cities, Gdańsk, Kraków, Wrocław. We go around and we meet with companies at all sorts of events, and we let them know what we have to offer. Polish companies right now, they're at this tipping point where they've grown so much over the past 20 years. They're doing well enough financially. They have the experience, they have the size to expand overseas. They've been doing so in Europe for the past 10 years at least, and they've been very successful. And now there's a push not only from the top, from both the US and Polish governments to help Polish companies expand, as well as from within the business communities themselves. When I go and speak with Polish companies, every single one of them sees the United States as one of its top destination markets.
And that's something new, because like 10 years ago, this trend was not existent at all.
Oh, I wasn't here 10 years ago to see it from this perspective, but I can tell you from what I hear, it absolutely is new. And it's red hot. And that's the thing, that we finally have an infrastructure in place as well where we can really help these companies. Now, the United States, it can be a difficult market for Polish companies to break into. One of the most important things for Polish companies to understand is that in order to do business there, it's not like doing business in Europe where you can organize everything from your office here in Poland.
Let's go to the basics. Let's imagine that I'm a middle-sized businessman of Warsaw, and I want to develop in the United States. I go to you, and what can you offer me?
Okay, so first off, you can meet with us at our office, and we can figure out what are your strengths, what do you want, which markets do you want to develop into, because it's not just the United States. I may be focused on the United States, but we have whole teams dedicated to countries all over the world. Second, we get you in touch with our foreign trade offices, which are your footprint on the ground. For example, services that we offer, apart from site selection, making contacts. I know, for example, our office in San Francisco, we have an accelerator, like an incubator. San Francisco is known for having some of the most expensive real estate. It's one of the most expensive cities in the world in which to live and do business. And we offer this accelerator incubator where Polish companies can actually start there, base their operations out of there. It saves them a lot of time.
So I can send my man to San Francisco. He can live in some shaggy hotel, but he will have a decent office.
He has a decent office. He has an excellent place to work out of, as well as all of the resources available at our foreign trade office in terms of helping find anything from business contacts to investors, finding the right events.
And you know the local people, you know the local prices, you know.
And we offer the weight, essentially, of the Polish government behind it as well. Better than a single company just trying to break into a market. They can have the assistance. They can go to the right people. If they're looking to invest somewhere in the United States, open something, we can get them in contact with state and regional economic developers from across the country where they're fighting over themselves to get that Polish company there.
So if you have a problem like that, you want to expand to United States or any other market in the world, why don't you go to Polish Investment and Trade Agency and meet people there and talk? You will find out good opportunities for yourself.
We'll be more than happy to help you.
Okay. Which said Paweł Brzezicki of Polish Investment and Trade Agency. And that's it for tonight's Polish Business Daily. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.